Hosea chapters 1 to 14. Chapter 1, Word of the Lord that came to Hosea. 1. The word of the Lord that came unto Hosea, the son of Beeri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam the son of Joash, king of Israel. Hosea commanded to take a wife. 2. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, Go, take unto you a wife of harlotry and children of harlotry, for the land has committed great harlotry, departing from the Lord. The children of Hosea and Gomer. 3. So he went and took Gomer the daughter of Diblaim, who conceived, and bore him a son. 4. And the Lord said unto him, Call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. 5. And it shall come to pass on that day, that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. 6. And she conceived again, and bore a daughter. And God said unto him, Call her name Loruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. 8. Now when she had weaned Loruhamah, she conceived, and bore a son. 9. Then said God, Call his name Lomi, for you are not my people, and I will not be your God. A future restoration. 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered, and it shall come to pass, that in the place where it was said unto them, You are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, You are the sons of the living God. 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Chapter 2, Spiritual Adultery. 1. Say you unto your brethren, Ammi, and to your sisters, Rahama. 2. Plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband, let her therefore put away her harlotry out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts. 3. Lest I strip her naked, and make her as in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and make her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. 4. And I will not have mercy upon her children, for they are the children of harlotry. 5. For their mother has played the harlot, she that conceived them has done shamefully, for she said, I will go after my lovers, that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, my oil and my drink. Judgment of God. 6. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up your way with thorns, and make a wall, so that she shall not find her paths. 7. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them, and she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now. 8. For she did not know that I gave her grain, and wine, and oil, and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. 9. Therefore will I return, and take away my grain in its time, and my wine in its season, and will take back my wool and my flax given to cover her nakedness. 10. And now will I uncover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and none shall deliver her out of my hand. 11. I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and all her solemn feasts. 12. And I will destroy her vines and her fig trees, of which she has said, These are my rewards that my lovers have given me, and I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them. 13. And I will punish her for the days of Baalim, when she burned incense to them, and she decked herself with her earrings and her jewels, and she went after her lovers, and forgot me, says the Lord. Restoration of Israel. 14. Therefore, behold, I will allure her, and bring her into the wilderness, and speak comfortably unto her. 15. And I will give her her vineyards from there, and the valley of Achor for a door of hope, and she shall sing there, as in the days of her youth, and as in the day when she came up out of the land of Egypt. 16. And it shall be at that day, says the Lord, that you shall call me Ishi, and shall call me no more Bali. 17. For I will take away the names of Baalim out of her mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name. 18. And in that day will I make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, and with the creeping things of the ground, and I will abolish the bow and the sword and the battle from the earth, and will make them to lie down safely. 19 And I will betroth you unto me forever, yea, I will betroth you unto me in righteousness, and in justice, and in loving kindness, and in mercies. 20 I will even betroth you unto me in faithfulness, and you shall know the Lord. 21 And it shall come to pass in that day, I will answer, says the Lord, I will answer the heavens, and they shall answer the earth. 22 And the earth shall answer with grain, and wine, and oil, and they shall answer Jezreel. 23 And I will sow her for myself in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy, and I will say to them who were not my people, You are my people, and they shall say, You are my God. Chapter 3 Restoration of Gomer to Hosea. 1 Then said the Lord unto me, Go yet, love a woman beloved of her lover, and an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods, and love cakes of raisins. 2 So I bought her for myself for 15 pieces of silver, and for a homer of barley, and a half homer of barley. 3 And I said unto her, You shall abide with me many days, you shall not play the harlot, and you shall not be for another man, so will I also be to you. 4 For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim. 5 Afterward shall the children of Israel return, and seek the Lord their God, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. Chapter 4 Rejection of the knowledge of God. 1 Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel, for the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. 2 By swearing, and lying, and killing, and stealing, and committing adultery, they break all restraint, and bloodshed touches bloodshed. 3 Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwells in it shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fish of the sea also shall be taken away. 4 Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another, for your people are as they that strive with the priest. 5 Therefore shall you fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with you in the night, and I will destroy your mother. 6 My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you, that you shall be no priest to me, because you have forgotten the law of your God, I will also forget your children. 7 As they were increased, so they sinned against me, therefore will I change their glory into shame. 8 They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity. 9 And there shall be, like people, like priest, and I will punish them for their ways, and reward them for their deeds. 10 For they shall eat, and not have enough, they shall commit harlotry, and shall not increase, because they have ceased to obey the Lord. 11 Harlotry and wine and new wine take away the heart. Idolatry of Israel. 12 My people ask counsel of their idols of wood, and their staff advises unto them, for the spirit of harlotry has caused them to err, and they have played the harlot against their God. 13 They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains, and burn incense upon the hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because its shadow is good. Therefore your daughters shall commit harlotry, and your spouses shall commit adultery. 14 I will not punish your daughters when they commit harlotry, nor your spouses when they commit adultery, for the men themselves are gone apart with harlots, and they sacrifice with prostitutes, therefore the people that do not understand shall fall. 15 Though you, Israel, play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend, and come not unto Gilgal, neither go up to Bethaven, nor swear, as the Lord lives. 16 For Israel slides back like a stubborn heifer, now the Lord will feed them as a lamb in an open pasture. 17 Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone. 18 Their drink is sour, they have committed harlotry continually, her rulers love shame more than glory. 19 The wind has bound her up in its wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices. Chapter 5 Judgment of Israel. 1 Hear you thus, O priests, and hearken, you house of Israel, and give you ear, O house of the king, for judgment is for you, because you have been a snare on Mizpah, and a net spread upon Tabor. 2 And the revolters are deeply involved in slaughter, though I have been a rebuker of them all. 3 I know Ephraim, and Israel is not hid from me, for now, O Ephraim, you commit harlotry, and Israel is defiled. 4 They will not change their deeds to turn unto their God. for the spirit of harlotry is in the midst of them, and they have not known the Lord. 5 And the pride of Israel does testify to his face, therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity, Judah also shall fall with them. 6 They shall go with their flocks and with their herds to seek the Lord, but they shall not find him, he has withdrawn himself from them. 7 They have dealt treacherously against the Lord, for they have begotten pagan children, now a new moon shall devour them with their heritage. 8 Blow the horn in Gibeah, and the trumpet in Ramah, cry aloud at Bethaven, beware, O Benjamin. 9 Ephraim shall be desolate in the day of rebuke, among the tribes of Israel have I made known that which shall surely be. 10 The princes of Judah will like them that remove the landmark, therefore I will pour out my wrath upon them like water. 11 Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment, because he willingly walked after a human commandment. 12 Therefore will I be unto Ephraim like a moth, and to the house of Judah like rottenness. 13 When Ephraim saw his sickness, and Judah saw his wound, then went Ephraim to the Assyrian, and sent to King Jareb, yet could he not heal you, nor cure you of your wound. 14 For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah, even I, will tear them and go away, I will take them away, and none shall rescue him. Eventual restoration of Israel. 15 I will go and return to my place, till they acknowledge their offense, and seek my face, in their affliction they will seek me early. Chapter 6 Response to God's Rebuke. 1 Come, and let us return unto the Lord, for he has torn, and he will heal us, he has smitten, and he will bind us up. 2 After 2 days will he revive us, on the 3rd day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. 3 Let us know, let us press on to know the Lord, his going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth. Wilful transgression of the covenant. 4 O Ephraim, what shall I do unto you? O Judah, what shall I do unto you? For your goodness is as a morning cloud, and as the early dew it goes away. 5 Therefore have I hewn them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and your judgments are as the light that goes forth. 6 For I desired mercy, and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. 7 But they like men have transgressed the covenant, there have they dealt treacherously against me. 8 Gilead is a city of them that work iniquity, and is defiled with blood. 9 And as bands of robbers wait for a man, so the company of priests murder in the way by consent, for they commit lewdness. 10 I have seen a horrible thing in the house of Israel, there is the harlotry of Ephraim, Israel is defiled. 11 Also, O Judah, he has appointed a harvest for you, when I return the captives of my people. Chapter 7 Israel's refusal to return to the Lord. 1 When I would have healed Israel, then the iniquity of Ephraim was uncovered, and the wickedness of Samaria, for they commit falsehood, and the thief comes in, and bands of robbers plunder outside. 2 And they consider not in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. Now their own deeds have surrounded them, they are before my face. 3 They make the king glad with their wickedness, and the princes with their lies. 4 They are all adulterers, as an oven heated by the baker, who ceases to stir the fire after he has kneaded the dough, until it is leavened. 5 In the day of our king the princes have made him sick with bottles of wine, he stretched out his hand with scoffers. 6 For they have made ready their heart like an oven, while they lie in wait, their baker sleeps all the night, in the morning it burns as a flaming fire. 7 They are all hot as an oven, and have devoured their judges, all their kings have fallen, there is none among them that calls unto me. 8 Ephraim, he has mixed himself among the people, Ephraim is a cake not turned. 9 Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knows it not, yea, grey hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knows not. 10 And the pride of Israel testifies to his face, and they do not return to the Lord their God, nor seek him for all this. 11 Ephraim also is like a silly dove without sense, they call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. 12 When they shall go, I will spread my net upon them, I will bring them down as the fowls of the heaven, I will chastise them, as their congregation has heard. 13 Woe unto them! For they have fled from me, destruction unto them. Because they have transgressed against me, though I have redeemed them, yet they have spoken lies against me. 14 And they have not cried unto me with their heart, when they wailed upon their beds, they assemble themselves for grain and wine, and they rebel against me. 15 Though I have bound and strengthened their arms, yet do they devise evil against me. 16 They return, but not to the Most High, they are like a treacherous bow. Their princes shall fall by the sword for the insolence of their tongue. This shall be their derision in the land of Egypt. Chapter 8 Willful Idolatry of Israel. 1 Set the trumpet to your mouth. He shall come as an eagle over the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant, and trespassed against my law. 2 Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know you. 3 Israel has cast off the thing that is good, the enemy shall pursue him. 4 They have set up kings, but not by me, they have made princes, and I knew it not. Of their silver and their gold have they made them idols, that they may be cut off. 5 Your calf, O Samaria, has cast you off, my anger is kindled against them, how long will it be before they attain to innocence? 6 For from Israel is even this, the workman made it, therefore it is not God, but the calf of Samaria shall be broken in pieces. 7 For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind, the stalk has no bud, it shall yield no meal, if so be it does yield, the aliens shall swallow it up. 8 Israel is swallowed up, now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel in which is no pleasure. 9 For they have gone up to Assyria, a wild donkey alone by itself, Ephraim has hired lovers. 10 Yea, though they have hired among the nations, now will I gather them, and they shall sorrow a little because of the burden of the king of princes. 11 Because Ephraim has made many altars for sin offerings, the altars shall be unto him for sinning. 12 I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing. 13 They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of my offerings, and eat it, but the Lord accepts them not. Now will he remember their iniquity, and punish their sins, they shall return to Egypt. 14 For Israel has forgotten his Maker, and builds temples, and Judah has multiplied fortified cities, but I will send a fire upon his cities, and it shall devour his palaces. Chapter 9 Judgment of Dispersion. 1 Rejoice not, O Israel, for joy, as other people, for you have played the harlot against your God, you have loved for hire upon every threshing floor. 2 The floor and the winepress shall not feed them, and the new wine shall fail in her. 3 They shall not dwell in the Lord's land, but Ephraim shall return to Egypt, and they shall eat unclean things in Assyria. 4 They shall not offer wine offerings to the Lord, neither shall they be pleasing unto him, their sacrifices shall be unto them like the bread of mourners, all that eat of it shall be defiled, for their bread for their soul shall not come into the house of the Lord. 5 What will you do in the solemn day, and in the day of the feast of the Lord? 6 For, lo, they are gone because of destruction, Egypt shall gather them up, Memphis shall bury them, the precious things of their silver, nettles shall possess them, thorns shall be in their tents. 7 The days of punishment have come, the days of recompense have come, Israel shall know it, the prophet is a fool, the spiritual man is mad, because of the multitude of your iniquity, and the great hatred. 8 The watchman of Ephraim was with my God, but the prophet is a snare of a fowler in all his ways, and hatred in the house of his God. 9 They have deeply corrupted themselves, as in the days of Jaber, therefore he will remember their iniquity, he will punish their sins. Judgment of barrenness. 10 I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness, I saw your fathers as the first fruits on the fig tree in its first season, but they went to Baalpor, and separated themselves unto that shame, and they became abominations like the thing they loved. 11 As for Ephraim, their glory shall fly away like a bird, no birth, no pregnancy, no conception. 12 Though they bring up their children, yet will I bereave them, that there shall not be a man left, yea, woe also to them when I depart from them. 13 Ephraim, as I saw Tyre, is planted in a pleasant place, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. 14 Give them, O Lord, what will you give? Give them a miscarrying womb and dry breasts. 15 All their wickedness is in Gilgal, for there I hated them, for the wickedness of their deeds I will drive them out of my house, I will love them no more, all their princes are rebels. 16 Ephraim is smitten, their root is dried up, they shall bear no fruit, yea, though they bring forth, yet will I slay even their beloved children. 17 My God will cast them away, because they did not hearken unto him, and they shall be wanderers among the nations. Chapter 10 Judgment of Destruction. 1 Israel is an empty vine, he brings forth fruit unto himself, according to the multitude of his fruit he has increased the altars, according to the goodness of his land they have made goodly images. 2 Their heart is divided, now shall they be found guilty, he shall break down their altars, he shall ruin their images. 3 For now they shall say, We have no king, because we feared not the Lord, what then could a king do for us? 4 They have spoken words, swearing falsely in making a covenant, thus judgment springs up like hemlock in the furrows of the field. 5 The inhabitants of Samaria shall fear because of the calves of Bethaven, for its people shall mourn over it, and its idolatrous priests shall wail over it, for its glory has departed from it. 6 It shall be also carried unto Assyria for a present to King Jareb, Ephraim shall receive shame, and Israel shall be ashamed of his own counsel. 7 As for Samaria, her king is cut off as the foam upon the water. 8 The high places also of Aven, the sin of Israel, shall be destroyed, the thorn and the thistle shall come up on their altars, and they shall say to the mountains, Cover us, and to the hills, Fall on us. 9 O Israel, you have sinned from the days of Jaber, there they stood, the battle in Jaber against the children of iniquity did not overtake them. 10 It is in my desire that I should chastise them, and the people shall be gathered against them, when they shall be bound for their 2 transgressions. 11 And Ephraim is as a heifer that is trained, and loves to tread out the grain, but I harnessed her fair neck, I will make Ephraim to pull a plough, Judah shall plough, and Jacob must break his clods. 12 Sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord, till he comes and rains righteousness upon you. 13 You have plowed wickedness, you have reaped iniquity, you have eaten the fruit of lies, because you did trust in your way, in the multitude of your mighty men. 14 Therefore shall a tumult arise among your people, and all your fortresses shall be destroyed, as Shalman destroyed Bethabel in the day of battle, the mother was dashed in pieces upon her children. 15 So shall Bethel do unto you because of your great wickedness, in a morning shall the king of Israel utterly be cut off. Chapter 11 God's love for Israel. 1 When Israel was a child, then I loved him, and called my son out of Egypt. 2 As they called them, so they went from them, they sacrificed unto Baalim, and burned incense to graven images. 3 I taught Ephraim also to go, taking them by their arms, but they knew not that I healed them. 4 I drew them with cords of compassion, with bands of love, and I was to them as they that take off the yoke from their jaws, and I laid food before them. 5 He shall not return into the land of Egypt, but the Assyrian shall be his king, because they refused to return. 6 And the sword shall rage against his cities, and shall consume his districts, and devour them, because of their own counsels. 7 And my people are bent to backsliding from me, though they called them to the Most High, none at all would exalt him. 8 How shall I give you up, Ephraim? How shall I deliver you, Israel? How shall I make you as Admah? How shall I set you as Zeboim? My heart is turned within me, my compassion is stirred. 9 I will not execute the fierceness of my anger, I will not return to destroy Ephraim, for I am God, and not man, the Holy One in the midst of you, and I will not enter into the city. 10 They shall walk after the Lord, he shall roar like a lion, when he shall roar, then the children shall come trembling from the west. 11 They shall come trembling as a bird out of Egypt, and as a dove out of the land of Assyria, and I will place them in their houses, says the Lord. 12 Ephraim surrounds me with lies, and the house of Israel with deceit, but Judah yet walks with God, and is faithful with the saints. Chapter 12 Israel's continual sin. 1 Ephraim feeds on wind, and follows after the east wind, he daily increases lies and desolation, and they do make a covenant with the Assyrians, and oil is carried into Egypt. 2 The Lord has also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways, according to his deeds will he recompense him. 3 He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God. 4 Yea, he had power over the angel, and prevailed, he wept, and made supplication unto him, he found him in Bethel, and there he spoke with us. 5 Even the Lord God of hosts, the Lord is his memorial name. 6 Therefore turn you to your God, keep mercy and judgment, and wait on your God continually. 7 He is a merchant, the balances of deceit are in his hand, he loves to oppress. 8 And Ephraim said, Yet I have become rich, I have found myself wealth, in all my labors they shall find no iniquity in me, that is sin. 9 And I that am the Lord your God from the land of Egypt will yet make you to dwell in tents, as in the days of the appointed feast. 10 I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions, and gave symbols, by the witness of the prophets. 11 Is there iniquity in Gilead? Surely they are vanity, they sacrifice bullocks in Gilgal, yea, their altars are like heaps in the furrows of the fields. 12 And Jacob fled into the country of Aram, and Israel served for a wife, and for a wife he kept sheep. 13 And by a prophet the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, and by a prophet was he preserved. 14 Ephraim provoked him to anger most bitterly, therefore shall he leave his blood guilt upon him, and his reproach shall his Lord return unto him. Chapter 13 Ephraim's idolatry. 1 When Ephraim spoke trembling, he exalted himself in Israel, but when he offended through Baal worship, he died. 2 And now they sin more and more, and have made them molten images of their silver, and idols according to their own understanding, all of it the work of craftsmen. They say of them, Let the men that sacrifice kiss the calves. 3 Therefore they shall be as the morning cloud, and as the early dew that passes away, as the chaff that is driven with the whirlwind out of the floor, and as the smoke out of the chimney. 4 Yet I am the Lord your God from the land of Egypt, and you shall know no God but me, for there is no Saviour besides me. 5 I did know you in the wilderness, in the land of great drought. 6 According to their pasture, so were they filled, and their heart was exalted, therefore have they forgotten me. 7 Therefore I will be unto them as a lion, as a leopard by the way will I observe them. 8 I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her cubs, and will tear the fat of their heart, and there will I devour them like a lion, the wild beast shall tear them. 9 O Israel, you have destroyed yourself, but in me is your help. 10 I will be your king, where is any other that may save you in all your cities? And your judges of whom you said, Give me a king and princes. 11 I gave you a king in my anger, and took him away in my wrath. 12 The iniquity of Ephraim is bound up, his sin is hid. 13 The sorrows of a travailing woman shall come upon him, he is an unwise son, for he should not stay long where children are born. 14 I will ransom them from the power of the grave, I will redeem them from death, O death, I will be your plagues, O grave, I will be your destruction, pity shall be hid from my eyes. 15 Though he is fruitful among his brethren, an east wind shall come, the wind of the Lord shall come up from the wilderness, and his spring shall become dry, and his fountain shall be dried up, he shall plunder the treasury of every precious thing. 16 Samaria shall become desolate, for she has rebelled against her God, they shall fall by the sword, their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up. Chapter 14 God's promise to restore Israel. 1 O Israel, return unto the Lord your God, for you have fallen because of your iniquity. 2 Take with you words, and turn to the Lord, say unto him, Take away all iniquity, and receive us graciously, so will we offer the sacrifices of our lips. 3 Assyria shall not save us, we will not ride upon horses, neither will we say any more to the work of our hands, You are our gods, for in you the fatherless finds mercy. 4 I will heal their backsliding, I will love them freely, for my anger has turned away from him. 5 I will be as the dew unto Israel, he shall grow as the lily, and cast forth his roots as Lebanon. 6 His branches shall spread, and his beauty shall be as the olive tree, and his fragrance as Lebanon. 7 They that dwell under his shadow shall return, they shall revive as the grain, and grow as the wine, their scent shall be as the wine of Lebanon. 8 Ephraim shall say, What have I to do any more with idols? I have heard him, and observed him, I am like a green cypress tree. In me is your fruit found. 9 Who is wise, and he shall understand these things. Prudent, and he shall know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and the just shall walk in them, but the transgressors shall stumble in them.